and puppets. Pew Pew Puppets. Pews and puppets. Pew Pew Puppets. I like pews, you like puppets. We love Jesus. Pew 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 Puppets.
Oh, hey John! Look who's coming!
Oh, it's one of those teachers of the law of Moses.
Yeah, man! They really don't like our master. They're trying to make him look foolish in front of a crowd. They're always trying to put him down and stuff.
You got that right. Those law experts are bad news for Jesus.
Ah, John! You got that part wrong! No one is a match for our master! Let's get closer to hear what the expert is going to say!
Teacher, what must I do to be able to live forever and ever?
How did Moses explain it? What do you read in the laws that God gave to him?
Well, Moses wrote that we must love the Lord our God with all our heart, and with all our soul, and with all our strength, and with all our mind. And we must love our neighbor as much as we love ourselves.
You have answered quite correctly. So, if you want to live forever, go and unfailingly obey all these commands.
Wow! Our master sure put that law expert in his place. What did I tell you, John? None of those guys can outsmart Jesus.
That's for sure. Hey, that law teacher has something more to say to Jesus. Let's listen in.
Tell me, teacher, who is my neighbor?
Let me answer your question by telling you a story. A man was traveling from Jericho to Jerusalem. He was all alone. Robbers came upon him, beat him up, almost killed him, took all his money. Even his clothes, and they left him on the road, suffering terribly. Along came a priest. He was going to Jerusalem to serve God in the temple. He saw the poor, half-dead man lying at the side of the road, but he didn't stop to help the injured man. A little later on, and along came a Levite, another servant of God. He was also going to the temple to do his work. Like the priest, he looked at the half-dead man, did nothing, and instead kept on walking. After some time, a Samaritan man came along. Yes, a Samaritan. One of those folks that people love to hate. He stopped. He went to the man. He cared and bandaged his wounds best as he could. And then he took him to a rest house and paid for all his needs. Thank you. Tell me, teacher of the law, who was the wounded man's neighbor?
Well, I have to admit, the Samaritan is the man that showed how we should be, a neighbor to others by putting others' needs before our own.
Well said. Now go and act towards others just as that Samaritan did.
What a godly way to show the law teacher how God wants us to live. He won't forget that lesson. Here was the priest and the Levite, respectable people who couldn't dirty their hands or take the time to help someone in need. Then Jesus uses a Samaritan. We choose don't like Samaritans. Jesus uses a reject to be the hero of the story. Spectacular.
Yeah, well said, John. And we must be real neighbors and do all we can to help others, just like that Samaritan.